Welcome everybody. Welcome to the first episode of In My Opinion. This is the office we have here in the background. We have a couple of people working on the trading floor. So there's been a lot of controversy based on FTMO, and as you all know, like some people know here, I said some things about FTMO that I haven't seen one person who get paid out and whatnot. But the reality is, to be fair, people do get paid out. People get paid out. Companies like FTMO, you have Trader Central Fund, you have five percenters, you have funding traders. All these companies, they do pay people out. People are paid out regularly. I'm not going to say they don't get paid out. I mean, they do get paid out. I don't think it's a scam. I think it's a legitimate business. And just like any business, they're here to make money. And I think if I was to start a funded program, my idea would be to charge a one-time fee, right? Charge a one-time fee to people, let them have trade a demo account, and then if they fail, I keep the fee. So once people keep on doing the demo account challenges, all those fees just start piling up. And then if we have, let's say, out of 10 people, if we have two people who pass the challenges and then they ask for withdrawals, all the fees collected from the failed challenges, a portion of those fees is going to go towards the withdrawals, just to seem like legit. Because I don't think any investor in their right mind would say, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let this person trade a demo account for 2 months or a month or 3 months. And after he does these little challenges on a demo account, then he can have my money to trade. It doesn't make any sense. Any institutional, like these people talk about, they have institutional investors. I know for a fact any institutional investor will not be willing to give up their $100,000 to say that, okay, here you go, guys, trade my money. If you lose 10,000, it is what it is. But hey, listen, 10,000 is $10,000. I don't know anyone who's going to be okay with losing $10,000 to someone who's been trading a demo account. It just doesn't make sense. Doesn't In my mind, it doesn't make sense. So I don't think the withdrawals are given from the investors. I think it's not clear, because if that was the case, they would have a policy on money laundering. And I haven't found a policy on money laundering on their website. I haven't found a policy on money laundering on Trader Central Fund. This is another funding website. I used to promote them. A couple of months ago, I used to promote them, but then I stopped promoting them because I think there was an ethics issue, and the whole issue I had was that companies, they're playing with people's greed. They're playing with people's greed to have money to eventually trade, because most people don't have access to $50,000 or $10,000 or $100,000. Most people don't have access, and for you to say that um, for 345 euros, you can have access to $50,000. That's crazy. That's nuts. Without any track record, without any record of saying that, oh, hey, like, listen, hey guys, listen, so you can pay $345, or better yet, you can pay 540 euros and have access to $100,000. How many of you who are listening to this have lost the challenges and have never passed? Or how many of you listening to this right now have done the challenge 3 or 4 times and still not passed without any education? Doesn't make any sense. Why don't you get education first? Okay, this is my rant. Why don't you get education first on how to trade and then do the funded account challenge, right? That makes sense, because if you do the funded account challenge after you get education, then you're going to start then, like, you might seeing some returns, then you're going to see some success in these programs. Now, I see they have a trading academy here. They have a trading academy. They also have some yeah, I don't think this link works here yet. They're still working on the website, I guess. So one other thing that really caught my attention was partners, right? They have these partners. So let's take a look at these partners here. First partner is Forex FX Source. I have no idea what this is. You understand every major price movement, whether to trade or not. So it looks like they've created a small, like a Sunday market for potential courses here that you can take, and you can get some discounts and stuff. So let's take a look at this partner over here? Oh, okay. So we have a partner here, been founded in 2018, FCA regulated investment manager. Pretty good. Looks pretty good. Ooh, you get a 50% discount. Nice. They have a website. They have a YouTube. Perfect. It's pretty good, right? So ETN Crate. I have much respect for ETN Crate. Shout out to ETN Crate. I know you're watching this. I did a podcast with ETN. Really cool guy. The podcast was really, really, really amazing. Moving on to Vladimir. I don't know. I have no idea what Vladimir does. Or seems like he has a 14 years experience. So that's pretty good. Next we have Ben Barker. I think Ben Barker. I think he messaged me on Instagram, but I never really saw his message. Ooh, he has a 5+ years of trading experience. That's pretty good. So his service launched in May 2019. Partnership with Ben Barker. Oh, nice. How can you find Ben Barker? Oh, he has Instagram account here too. Let's take a look here. Um, nice. So he has a website there. Looks good. Looks like a pretty legit trader here, in my opinion. Pretty legit trader. Looks good. I mean, hiding the lot sizes there behind the stop losses, but looks pretty good. Um, See, the problem I have with gurus is that there are no track records. There are no trades they've taken. I mean, if you look over here, you have this guy Wix don't lie.
So basically, this morning
Oh,
we
there's a
had
there's
a
a
bit
audio
discourse
here.
from
So
just
like
gotta
all
stay
these trades
consistent.
are.
Discipline, focusing on the
What's
craft,
this?
and not letting people, you know, judge where you go.
Oh, okay.
You just gotta
So this is
so
just
you
this is just an example of what everyday trading looks like, right? This is everyday
All right,
trading.
so
This is
once
for
again,
May live account.
so this
This is all everyday trading. This is what
you know,
people. This
being
is okay. So when you're looking for mentors, this is what you want to look at. This is what you want to look for, basically. So I don't think something like pictures like these they attract. I think that calls for a wrong type of attraction. I don't think that's the right type of attraction. So let's go back to the partners here. So we had Ben Barker. I don't know Tom Franklin. I don't know all these guys here. But like the fact of the matter is, the problem I had with all this situation of funding traders is that people still message me saying, "Hey man, listen. So I paid for the challenge 2 times and I've lost the challenge. And I should have paid for a course on Forex where I could have learned and then I could have succeeded. The problem I have with these companies is that the companies should have a system to properly vet traders. I don't think a month of demo account is enough to vet traders. I think that's a very, very small time frame. If some of you agree with this, it's perfect. If some of you disagree that trading a demo account for a month or 2 months is enough to be able to trade someone's money for like 25,000 or 50,000, if you disagree with that, man, I just don't even know. If you if you dis I know for a fact if I was an institutional investor and if I said, okay, you know what, man, we have let's say we have the one of the partners there, Ben Barker, and said, oh, okay, Ben, so basically if you can trade a demo account, okay, Ben, so pay me $200 and I'll give you a demo account to trade. And if you trade the demo account successfully for a month or 2 months, provided you follow my rules, you know, then I'll give you my $50,000 to trade. Or actually 50,000 for me to give it a lot. So I'm going to give you $10,000 for you to trade. You know, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to do that because I want a longer track record. I want a 3 month track record. Just like what you have here. You have May, you have April, you have March with withdrawals, with everything. So I would want some sort of a track record to see that, okay, can this guy really provide me value on my money? Does this guy know what he's doing? Or does this guy has a solid track record for me to be okay with giving my money for them to trade? That's the only reason I'm going to do that. But like if I have a business model based on, let's say, subscriptions. I know some companies here, Trader Central Fund, they have a monthly model here where there's no evaluation needed. You don't need any evaluation and you can get funded in 24 hours. It's madness. It's madness, man. There is no institutional investor sitting out there with billions saying, "Oh, hey, you take money. There's money for you. There's money for you." It doesn't make any sense. There's another company here. It's five percenters, I think. Five percenters fund. Yeah, top five presenters. Okay. So, oh, okay. They basically funded trading account. So they charge. This also a one-off fee, right? I think it's a great business model where you know that 90% people will fail, and you can keep collecting fees because once you're collecting fees, now think about this: you have a piggy bank, right? Your piggy bank is being loaded with fees of people that are failing the challenge. Every day, man. Listen, a lot of you people watching this, you have paid for the challenge more than 2 times and you have lost the challenge. You've even paid 3 times, you've lost the challenge and you've given up and you said, man, I just wasted money. But hey, listen, there's a minor majority there who have passed the challenge and who have funded accounts and who are getting payouts. I'm not saying you don't get payouts, you do get payouts, but think about this. You have a piggy bank, right? So all the subscriptions go in that bank and it starts to get loaded up. Once it gets loaded up to a point where you have one cowboy who passes the challenge, he goes through a live account. He passes the live account too. Once he passes the live account, now you have to pay them out, right? So where are you going to pay them out from? The piggy bank. Because the piggy bank, the piggy bank has all the funds. If there was no piggy bank, let's say there was an investor. Let's say there was this magical philanthropist sitting around saying, "Hey, I'm going to give money to people." There should have been some sort of a money laundering. I mean, there should have been some sort of money laundering objective here, which there is none. And if you notice, like all the partners here, they are not doing funded account challenges. If they were, they would be like, "Hey, look, here's the funded account challenge I'm doing right now." There's no step-by-step process. Like if you look over here, I have a step-by-step process. You go to March, there's a step-by-step process every day. Every trade taken every day, there's profits, same, like everything's just here. So I think if companies like FTMO and Trader Central Fund, I know I was promoting them for a little while, but then I stopped because there was a ethics dispute. I didn't really agree with the way the companies are playing with greed of the people because this is pure greed. This is greed that, hey man, listen, if you have a $500 account, you don't need to trade that $500 account. Or if you have $1,000 account, you don't need to trade that $1,000 account. You can basically use $300 or $400 from that $1,000, and you can try this challenge. And if you pass this challenge, you'll get a $25,000 account. How does that sound there, Trader A? So yeah, like I mean, if you want to do challenges, before I leave, if you really want to do these challenges, I would say be profitable for like 3 to 4 months. If you're profitable for 3 to 4 months, if you're withdrawing money consistently, I think doing funded account challenges is a great idea. You're going to make a lot of money doing funded challenges because like you're going to get funded. Like let's say if you're profitable on a $5,000 account, you're going to get funded, and then you might be able to trade a $25,000 account and actually make some money. But if you're not a profitable trader, in my mind, it does not make any sense. Because I mean, you should be at least a profitable trader to trade a funded account. And I think that's where the companies go wrong, that they don't properly vet traders. They don't properly see that, okay, is this trader a good trader on their live account or not? Because at this point, it's just a money grab. I mean, you can say whatever you want to say. It's just an opportunity for people to like, pay the subscription and get the opportunity to get a funded account to trade and make money. And I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think there are any investors involved. I honestly don't think so. There's no proof of that. There's no money laundering contract here. There's nothing of that sort. Like if you look at all the brokerages have policies on money laundering. And the fact of the matter is, when you sign up, you're basically given a real account with a demo server because the trades are being copied because the funded companies, they don't want to make it seem like they're brokerages, because most people, they're trading from, let's say, Australia, Europe, the US, especially in the US. If you're trading from the US, the companies don't want to seem like they're brokerages, because then the US is going to say, hey, Mr. Funded Company, how come how come you're not regulated here? How come you're doing this sort of stuff? So that's why you're getting invoices, because you're basically a contractor. That's what they said in one of their interviews, because you're one of the contractors. Because if you're one of the contractors, then you have to file your own taxes. There's no liability on their end. They're safe on their end, and perfect, done. So I think it's a very good business on their part to make a lot of money, because a lot of people are greedy. A lot of people, they don't want to trade small accounts. They don't want to grind. When you don't want to grind, you fall into traps like these. I grinded for the last 4 years, and I don't need funding. I mean, they basically messaged me here. Let me see if I can find it here. Let me see if I can find it here. So, I don't think. Oh, yeah, I don't think if I can find my messages. So let's see here. If I go to, um, yeah, I think it's way far away. So they basically sent me a message. They sent me a message about saying that how I'm saying that no one gets paid. I never said that. Anyway, that's another topic to discuss. But the thing is, I think you need to be profitable. You need to show that you can do withdrawals consistently on your account, and then maybe go for the funded companies here, because I think it's a great opportunity to make money. I myself, I don't want to do the challenge, because they actually sent me a message saying that why don't you do a challenge and have the opportunity to get funded. Um, I'm funded already. I fund myself. I fund myself. And I'm looking at this from my perspective. I'm looking at this from a perspective of a person who trades every day, who withdraws every month, who has money in the bank. I'm looking from a perspective who already has money. So there's a different perspective. Some people may look at it from a perspective when you don't have money. So you look at it from a perspective that, okay, how can I get this money? But when you really trade on a daily basis and you have your own funds to trade, you start looking at things from a very, very different perspective. So that's my perspective. That's my opinion. Hope you guys found value in it. I do think they work. They do pay out, but the business model is not what they say it is. So it is what it is. We will never know, because this is like a revolving door. And I really hope nothing bad happens with these funded companies, because if something bad happens, man, there's going to be a lot of regulations are going to come in the forex industry, and we don't need any more regulations. There are already enough regulations. So hope this helps you guys. So take care, have a good day, don't overtrade, and we'll see you tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern, with the New York session live streams. Adios.